Hello everyone, in today's recipe we are making donut. I'll be showing you how to make a donut recipe, easy and delicious homemade donut. Welcome to Olayemi Cooking channel. If you are new here, you're welcome. For old and new subscribers, thanks so much for your support. I aim to give you simple delicious recipe. Let's dive into our donut recipe. I'll be using 3 teaspoons of sugar, 7 grams of yeast, which is 1 teaspoon of yeast. Then I'll be using 2 cups of all-purpose flour. You can as well use self-rising flour to make your donut recipe. So I'll be using 1 egg, which is a room temperature egg, and also be using 1 cup of milk, room temperature milk. In a bowl, I'm going to add my milk. Then I'm going to add my sugar. You can as well increase the sugar to suit your taste. So I'm using just 3 teaspoons of sugar. So I'm going to add my yeast, which is 7 grams of yeast. So I'm going to give everything a quick mix. I'm going to beat everything to give me that creamy liquid or creamy form. So I'm going to give it that quick mix. I already cracked my egg in a bowl, so I'm going to go ahead and add my egg into my liquid and give it that quick beat of my egg. So I'm going to mix everything until everything is well combined. So I'm going to go ahead and add my all-purpose flour after mixing this thoroughly. So I'm going to add my all-purpose flour. I'm using 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of all-purpose flour. So I'm going to add my quarter spoon of salt to give it that nice taste. You can as well add a nutmeg into this donut dough, but as well I'm going to skip my nutmeg. You can add any flavor just to give your donut a perfect flavor, but I'm going to skip all those flavor. So if you find your dough too watery, you can as well use 3 teaspoons of all-purpose flour, but I'm going to skip that. This is a perfect donut dough. So in the surface, I'm going to add oil just to work our dough. I'm going to use my spatula to work it. Then I'm going to add just oil in my hand just to rub my hand so the dough will not be sticky to my hand. Then I'm going to work my dough for 3 to 5 minutes before putting our dough in a bowl to allow it to rise twice the size. If you have any question regarding this donut, please drop everything in the comment section. I'm always there to answer your questions to the best of my knowledge. So if you've not liked, please remember to give this video a like. It makes a lot to me and it encourages us to do more. I'm going to add my donut dough into a bowl and cover it with a plastic wrapper to allow it to rise twice the size in 30 minutes in a warm place. So I'm going to use my kitchen towel as well to cover my bowl. Just leave it there for 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes to rise twice the size. It all depends on how you want your donut dough to look like. If you want it to be more soft and more fluffy, you have to leave it just to let it rise for some for minutes, some 30 to 45 minutes. So this is the outcome after 30 minutes. So I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of flour in a surface just to work my donut dough for a minute. You can also skip that and just go ahead and use your rolling pin to roll your dough, but I'm going to release all the air in my donut dough before doing that. So this is it. This is the outcome. So let's just roll our donuts. So I'm going to use my rolling pin to make it flat. So we start cutting our donut. You can use any cutter to cut your donut. You can even use your donut cutter to cut your dough, or you can use any round shape you have to cut your donut dough. So I'm using this cover to to put a hole in our donut. So I'm just using a general homemade home tools, the tools I have in my kitchen to cut my dough. So you can use anything you have available to cut your dough. So I'm going to put it in a paper to allow it to rise twice the size for 10 to 15 minutes before putting it in the oil. But before that, I'm going to cut the paper into the donut size, so it will be easy for me to put the donut in the oil to give it a fry. If you've not subscribed, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to get updated of my new recipe. So I'm going to use this bowl to cut my donut. So this is the kitchen dough tools I'm using to cut my donut. So just my regular bowl to cut my donut, just to give everything the same size. So this is what I'm using to cut my donuts. This is the tools I'm using, just a bowl. Then as well, I'm using a bottle cover to give it that donut hole in the middle. So I'm just going to use that just to give it a hole, so to get that my donut shape that I'm looking for. So I'm going to remove that little small donut, that mini donut that is in the middle. You can as well fry that just to eat it, but I'm going to add it to the rest of the donut dough to give us more donut. So this is how to get that shape, and so I'm going to leave this for 10 minutes before frying. In a pan, I'm going to add my oil to deep fry our oil. This oil is just for us to fry our donut. So this is it. After 10 minutes, it has risen twice the size. So we are going to check our oil to see if our donut is ready to be fried. I'm going to put that little mini donut in the oil to check it is ready for us to fry, just to check the oil. Please fry your donut in a medium flame. I'm using a medium heat to fry my donut. So this is it. You can see it's not ready. So now the oil is ready. So I'm going to add my donut in the oil to fry my donut. Or when the donut is golden brown, you're just going to fry it in both sides until it's golden brown to get that donut recipe. If you've not liked, please remember to give us a like. You have any question, please drop it in the comment section. I'm always there to answer your question. Just drop all your questions there. Drop your questions there. I'm there to answer your question to the best of my knowledge. So I'm going to flip the other side to allow them to fry as well. Once it's golden brown, our donut is ready. So we are going to repeat all this procedure for all our cut donut. Have you subscribed to my channel yet? If you've not, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to get updated of my next delicious homemade donut. There are so many donuts recipe that are coming, and there are so many smoothie recipe that are coming. I have so many recipe in my channel. Please do not forget to check them out, and as well subscribe to get more update of our next delicious recipe. So I'm going to give this a mix. I'm frying my donut in a medium heat until this donut is golden brown. That is when my donut is ready. My homemade donut is ready. There are also many things that you can use to decorate your donut. You can use chocolate to decorate your donut. There are so many things that you can use. You can as well make your donut a sugar donut to rub the surface with sugar. It all depends on what you want to rub your donut with. Some of my kids really like it plain without topping, while the other ones also like it with some topping on the surface. It all depends on what you want to do with your donut. This is how to make a delicious homemade donut. So why even buying it? So I prefer making my homemade donut at home. So this is the outcome of our donut. So I just put it in a tray to allow it to drain the oil. So I already put it in a plate. Let's start rubbing our donuts with our topping, whatever you feel like topping it with. This is the outcome of our donut. It looks soft, it looks delicious, it looks yummy. So let's go ahead and start rubbing it in sugar. I'm going to rub my donut in a sugar. So this is a sugar donut recipe. So in a bowl, I'm going to add half cup of sugar. So I'm just going to put my donut there and just rub it. You can as well just fill up your donut with chocolate, but I'm going to show that recipe in my next donut recipe. So this is how to just rub it. You can as well fill up your donut with some strawberry jam. It all depends on what you feel like doing with your donut. So this is how I'm going to make today's donut recipe. So just rub it. I'm going to rub some with sugar and leave some without sugar. So this is it with sugar on the surface, and this is it without sugar on the surface. Thanks so much for watching my donut recipe. If you've not subscribed, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to get updated of my new recipe, my delicious recipe. And please remember to share this my donut recipe with your loved ones. Share it on social media, and do not forget to follow our Facebook page. And if you are watching this on Facebook, please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Search for us on YouTube as Olayemi Cooking channel to subscribe to our channel. Please do not forget to try this donut recipe and let me know the outcome in the comment section. Please stay safe out there, and do not forget to enjoy this homemade donut recipe. I guess I will see you in my next donut recipe, or in my next video, in my next recipe. Please be safe out there. Thanks so much for watching this donut recipe, Olayemi Cooking. I guess I will be seeing you in my next recipe. Please do not forget to watch so many of my recipe. I will coming up with chin Nigeria chin, and this smoothie recipe. I have so many smoothie recipe, and as well I have so many strawberry drinks. I guess I will be seeing you next time. Please be safe out there.